much like everybody in Hollywood, Marvel Studios found themselves in a very bad place when the pandemic hit. Now, of course, it's been very well documented that multiple projects all had massive problems when it comes to their Phase 4 output, including losing directors, having to reshuffle entire slates, and even production schedules. Now, one of the people leading Marvel Studios reflects on the difficult times. So this comes at us from People magazine, where Marvel Studios president of physical, post-production, VFX, and animation, Victoria Alonso, who previously was the co-VP along with Kevin Feige, before, as we know, they actually ended up splitting Marvel Studios among many different people so they can all deliver more content. She recently talked about everything Marvel Studios went through when it came to how hard the pandemic hit the studio. And she says that first and foremost, everything was massively stirred up. There was internal changes, there was external changes, there was marketing deals, there was things that were already in place that had to follow the natural course of production. I think right here she means action figures and things like that, because you have to secure figures about a year to a year and a half before release. So again, when you see the Eternals figures out 9 to 12 months before the film, and Black Widow figures out a year and a half before the film, that's problematic. But again, that was a casualty. She also talks about how they had to take different approaches in terms of swapping projects around, in terms of scheduling when actors could show up, and of course how to even move actors around in terms of restrictions and what they had to do to even be able to pull off some of the scenes and crossovers. And she also talks about how when this whole thing happened and suddenly everything was shutting down, many people just believed this was it. It was going to be over. Like, you're not going to have a job, we're not getting back to this, they could shut down all the projects, we could be in this for a while, and that there was this period where it was just uncertainty, where they didn't even know if Marvel Studios would be back in the same way. Now, of course, it took some time, but they were able to complete projects, and quite clearly we could tell that they're still affected by many of these aspects because, again, they just kind of have to be, and it's going to continue to be felt for the next couple of years. But overall, I think they came out pretty great. And if you go check out this interview, you'll be able to see a lot of insight into just how everybody at Marvel kind of felt under pressure to still keep delivering content despite what was happening. And certainly, you know, we went for a while there without anything, and nobody could have foretold what was going to happen. So it was kind of just, I guess, get back to basics as soon as possible, and we'll see what happens.